Hello, coin collectors out there. Welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. Hopefully everyone is having a great day as always. In today's video, we are going to get into these two coins right here. These are both 1968 Lincoln pennies. Now, 1968 was quite an interesting year. It was known as the return of the mint mark because from 1965, 66, and 67, all of the coins did not have mint marks on them. They brought them back in 1968, as we can see here with one Denver Mint Lincoln penny. So in the video, we will focus on the Coinage Act of 1965, the mintage of the 1968 Lincoln pennies. We'll talk about the three different error types that are mentioned in the Cherry Picker's Guide to Rare Die and Variety Coins, and we'll also get into the 1968 No S Proof Dime. Now, the 1968 No S Proof Dime is the number 8 coin on PCGS Top 100 Modern Coins. So we will get into that as well. But first, I want to let you guys know why I decided to make the video on the 1968 penny. So this is kind of a continuation of the series I started probably a couple weeks ago at the start of the January 2019, in which I want to go back and check out some of the top videos I had in 2018 and kind of remake some of them so I could add some more information to them and provide you guys with an update on them, as a lot of them were just kind of getting started with just when I was kind of getting started. So I've got better lighting now, better microphone, so I think you'll enjoy this video a lot better. But you can also check out that previous video about the 1968 Lincoln penny. So the one I'm originally talking about was made on December 31st, 2017, and it was the number 8 most popular video on my channel for the entire year of 2018, according to the views. It was number 8. However, it was the top penny, so the pennies actually didn't do too well on the channel. The most popular penny video was only the 8th most popular on the entire channel, so kind of interesting, a little bit of a observation there. All right, now let's get into the Coinage Act of 1965. So behind me right here, I have a couple of the special mint sets. Now, one thing I want to point out, I'll adjust the lighting a little bit, but just check out the different wear and tear on these two different special mint sets. They're both from the year 1967, as we can see with the stamp on them, but this one right here is in much better condition than this one right here. So you can get these on eBay. They're relatively inexpensive, so if you're looking to get a special mint set, you can check those out on eBay. They made these during the years of 1965, 66, and 67 as part of the Coinage Act of 1965. So in the 1960s, the United States was actually going through a coin shortage. The melt value of silver was worth more than the actual face value of the coin. So people were getting coins, they were getting dimes, quarters, and half dollars, and they were just holding on to them for their silver value rather than putting them back into circulation. It made sense, as the melt value of the coins was worth more than the face value of them. There were also a shortage, and part of that shortage, the mint at the time blamed on coin collectors. So for those 3 years, they decided that they weren't going to make any mint sets or any proof sets, so they decided to make these kind of funny looking things right here, which are called special mint sets. So these have a different type of finish to them, although they aren't struck twice like the proof coins. The proof coins actually get struck twice, so they have a very clear image to them. So it costs them a little bit less to make these, and that way they could still sell these to collectors, but they wouldn't be as expensive as making the proof set. So there were no proof sets made for 65, 66, and 67. They made these little cool things right here. Now, as you can see on this, they also removed all of the mint marks from the coins. The mint director thought that if they removed the mint marks, people would be less interested in collecting the coins, so therefore they would circulate more in circulation. So that's the reason why you won't see any mint marks on coins from the year 1965, 66, and 67. However, the year that we're talking about today, it's kind of the return of the mint marks. Apologies for the adjusting and lighting as I cycle those things out and get these back on the screen. So the mint marks came back in 1968, and they also came back on the obverse of all of the coins. So previously, they were on the back of some of the coins. But in 1968, they came back and they were on the front of all of the coins. They were on the front of the penny for the entire time, so that really wasn't a problem. Now, let's talk about the mintage of the year 1968. So 1968 saw some high mintage for the Lincoln pennies. There are 1,700,000,000 of them made at their Philadelphia mint. There are 2.8 billion made at the Denver mint, and there are 258 million made at the San Francisco mint. So as you can see here, I've got a Philadelphia mint, a Denver mint, and I am lacking a San Francisco mint. I have one, but I just didn't have it in my folder for some reason when I went to make this video. So you can see that the San Francisco mint is going to be the much more rare coin of the year 1968 as far as the pennies go. Again, there are 2.8 million that have the D mint mark on them, and only 258 million that are going to have the S mint mark on them. Now let's touch upon those three errors that I mentioned existed. These are all from the Cherry Picker's Guide to Rare Die and Variety Coins. So the first one is the 1968. Let me adjust these coins a little bit for you, see if I can, that's the closest zoom I can currently get. So the 1968 D repunched mint mark is the first one. So the error that exists there is there is a secondary D is evident to the west of the primary D. So you'll see that referred to in coin collecting forums as a RPM, a repunched mint mark, and the Cherry Picker's Guide has a value of that of $25. So that means it must be somewhat common. If it's a very high condition one, a mint state 65 is only worth $25. They have also got the 1968 D doubled die reverse. Trying to say doubled die properly going forward. So there's some moderate doubling is evident on States of America on E pluribus unum and the designer's initials. So that's a double die reverse. So that's the back side of the coin. So check out E pluribus unum as well as States of America and the designer's initials. That has a value for a mint state 65 error at $250. So that's pretty expensive one. And then we've also got the 1968 S proof that has a doubled die obverse. You need to check out the date, liberty, and in God we trust to find that 1968 S proof error. That's got a $75 price for a PF67 graded error coin. All right, so those are the prices of those three error coins. Now, if you've got a coin in circulated condition, it's not going to be worth any money at all other than 1 penny, just because, as I said, there are over 1 billion of them that were made at the Philadelphia and the Denver, and 258 million made at the San Francisco. Now let's transition into another cool coin which existed in 1968. So it is the 1968 No S dime. I'm going to move in, zoom in directly on the dime right here. We can actually see my reflection a little bit. Wearing a hat so we can see my reflection a little bit in the coin right there. That's because it is a proof coin, so the proof coins will have kind of a mirror-like finish applied to them. So although we're a little crooked right here, maybe it's better to zoom out and have both the $50 and the dime. All right, so some info about the 1968 No S proof dime. So the 1968 No S proof dime lands at number 8 in the PCGS the PCGS Top 100 Modern Coins. So number 8 on that is the 1968 No S proof dime, and that's because they have a rarity and survival estimate of only 12 of them that have known to existed. Those will be all in great condition. So there are only 12 that have known to existed. PCGS has graded one of them at a 69, and that has a price guide of $37,500. The highest grade one to sell at auction was a 68 graded, and that occurred in January of 2018, and that sold for $18,000. So here's a little bit about their write-up for the 1968 No S proof dime. So it was the first proof coin that was accidentally struck by the United States Mint without containing the S mint mark. As of 2009, only a few dozen examples existed in all grades combined, making it an extremely scarce coin. Because of the small amount of coins in existence, it is very likely that the San Francisco Mint caught these mistakes very early in the production process. There are no mint records providing any details of these coins, which makes them a complete mystery. So very cool. So if you've got a old proof set like this one right here, you can flip it over and it'll say down here in the lettering at the bottom, United States proof set. And then if it's got a 1968 dated coins in it, check the dime on it. Now you can see mine right here does have the mint mark on it, so it's not the super rare coin that we're after. But maybe you have someone in your family who has a lot of these coins, who's got some proof sets stored away that they purchased directly in 1968. So maybe just maybe you might hit the lottery and kind of get the 1968 no S proof dime. All right, everyone, that's all the info that I've got for you today. We're running kind of long on time. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I will get that Barber nickel diamond quarter, that Barber coin video up soon. I need to make that, but wanted to crank through this one first. All right, thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy and best of luck coin collecting out there. Take care.